We should start with that conversation, because that's a fun conversation to have. Oh, God.
The moment's dead, Mike.
Guys, welcome to Table Talk. If it seems like I'm distracted, I am, because I got a bunch of great topics in my head, and we were talking about all of them before the camera turned on. I don't even know what that was, but I'm instantly intrigued by it.
Bit of a leftover meal of mine. I had spillage, and he cleaned it up and ate it.
Well, great.
That's a tag team, clean
friends.
table.
We're all friends.
I did leave my water.
You're not going to clean the rest of the building like that, are you?
I'm going around on my hands and knees licking it all up.
My grandma, whenever she saw something on the rug, she'd be like, "What is that?" And then she would taste it. And be like, "Oh no, don't eat that." That's a system for sure.
I intentionally eat stuff off the ground these days because I recognize.
days.
Well, you know.
What's it? 2016?
Come on, everything's clean. Well, because I have alcohol on my desk to wipe my hands with to make sure that we're not we're not covering germs all the time.
That's what that bottle of Jack Daniels is doing on your desk.
It's alcohol and it's on my desk, and I maintain that it's for germs.
Ooh, that looked
But I
bad.
think it's rude. Like, doing shit like that is what builds up your immune system.
Yes.
When I have kids, I'm gonna throw them into a puddle of mud. Not
Yeah.
the band, but
Should.
yeah, but and just say go nuts because I want them to be like strong. I'm gonna feed them honey when you're not supposed to feed them honey. I can give them strawberries when you're not supposed to give them
When are
strawberries.
you not supposed to give children strawberry or honey?
When they're super young.
What is super young? Thank you.
I think like baby, like first few months. I don't know. Jeremy would know.
Oh.
My fiance ate dirt for a large part of her childhood.
I remember eating
With
an
a
ant
spoon.
once.
Was
Yeah?
she-
I just wanted to know. The curiosity was overwhelming. It was slowly walking across, and I just... Bad.
Bad, and then you
Bad.
know.
Wait,
you never do
now
it
I know.
again.
Why did your fiance eat dirt?
Well, they say it's when a kid's diet is missing something, and they're trying to make up for
Love?
something that they. Love is the one. Yeah,
All you
that's
need
the
is
one.
dirt.
And no, her and her cousin used to do it all the time. Go into the backyard with a wooden spoon.
So when you don't shake that, it becomes this show where it's like uncontrollable eating habits. What is this show? It's in America.
It's like
God
Help, I
bless
Eat Weird
America.
Stuff or
Help,
some
I
shit,
eat the inside of couches.
Yeah,
Help, I
or
ate a car once.
Pillows,
Oh,
weird
man.
stuff.
Yes.
That made me very uncomfortable.
I love the origin stories of these. One day I just looked down at a cushion and I was like, why not? And I ate a bite and it really
Yeah.
wasn't bad. So I've been eating cushions my whole life now.
When you think about it,
Baby powder was one, I think.
they're made out of
Somebody-
like duck feathers, and duck is delicious. So who's to say their feathers aren't tasty as well?
Are they real duck feathers?
Depends
duck
on where you're
down
getting
feathers?
your pillows from, my friend.
That's
Anyway.
the next chapter. It wasn't even duck, but it still wasn't that bad.
You guys, that reminds me. Welcome to Table Talk. I'm the host, Mike Falzone. Over here we got,
Maud.
and over here we got,
Joel.
and I'll introduce you to both these guys in a second. Again, longer introductions. Maybe
your
not
time.
Maude. You know everything you need to know about Maude. Is there anything that they need to know that they don't know? Oh, that she's eating right now a little bit. That's one. This is a show where we sit around this table and we talk about mostly the questions that you guys leave in this bucket. How do we leave questions in the bucket? Well, you go down to the comment section and you write a question, you hashtag that with Table Talk. And then I, myself, with my eyes and my hands and my scrolling finger, will look through all the comments, print them out,
Really clever.
cut them up. Thank you. And I'll fold them and I'll put them in this.
It sounds like a lot of work. There's got to be a lazy
It sounds
man's.
like that,
Oh.
and that's why I say it like that, but
Okay.
it's not. It's really nothing. It's nothing. I'll do it every day. Here's one. Oh, I was
Ooh.
so worried.
Did you see that on the way? It was like
Yeah.
a boom.
I did, but I thought something was going to get broken in between there. Before the cameras were rolling, I was talking about a video that I saw recently called Video Games Are Ruining Video Games, and I wish I could remember who made it so I could shout them out right now. But
You want to put the link in the description?
you go ahead and do that.
Yeah, we'll maybe do that.
And then we're talking about how video games now don't have the consequences that video games had when video games first came out. And I know I said video games a lot of times.
That's okay.
in
It's
that
a
last
drinking
sentence.
game. Someone's drunk now.
Yeah, I just accidentally killed somebody.
Tragic, really.
And you guys were both contributing. Maybe we could breeze through it real fast.
Yeah.
Basically, the idea is, again, like they're not as fun as they used to be, or there's not as much of a
Risk.
reward. Risk.
Risk taking. So you only
Yeah.
had 3 lives. Should you burn through all those, it's done. You got to start again. Now there's saving, save points, checkpoints. Not even because like even a
Sometimes you just pop up right where you are.
yeah, it's constantly saving.
But I was also talking about how the fact in Diablo 3, you can play, if you so choose, on hardcore mode, where if you die, you're dead. Your character's never coming back. Your gear is not there.
Done.
Yeah, you're done.
Which is what happens, what happened in war. And like every time there was actually a battle, like if you got shot and you died, you didn't regenerate. Like, you were dead.
Yeah. That's a great point.
Thank
a lot
you,
of people
Maude.
don't
Yeah.
know that. Did you get that out of like a history?
Yeah.
Have some really good schools in Australia.
First day of school.
If you die, you're dead.
That's it. All right, guys, go home.
Wow.
Time for lunch.
Cool.
Yeah, man. I guess I don't want to rehash the whole thing because you should just go watch the video. It's a terrific video.
Yeah.
I felt like I don't play a lot of games, a lot of different types of games. I'll play sports games until the cows come home, as they say. And
That's
That's a
when you
weird
come from
objective.
LA.
Well, that's a weird objective for a sports game.
yeah, I'll play basketball until the cows come home. I'm still playing.
No one expected that to happen.
Gotta
when
put
they
him
showed
down.
the
There
video.
comes
Yeah.
Daisy.
And I wonder why, like, in my head, I don't play, games like Zelda anymore or whatever. And I wonder why.
Because you don't like fun.
No, I think it's that, like,
Yeah, that's it.
maybe it's because I'm an adult and I don't have the time. Or none of this is against you. I could tell how your face is moving, and I'm not saying anything like, hey, let's shit on Maude. None of this is that.
Wait, Maude,
I'm trying to come to terms with my own, like, childlike, adult-like wonderment about why I don't play certain things.
Time
I would love
management
to play
helps.
everything.
Do you go out and watch movies still, though?
Not really.
Oh, you don't even do that?
What do you waste your time
binge?
on?
Comedy,
Like doing it or watching it or both?
both.
Yeah.
There you go. See, I'm not funny as a person. That's why I like Zelda.
I think you're funny. I've said since day one. Until the cows came home, I've said that you were funny.
Who hasn't gotten a good chuckle from Maude Garrett before?
Raise your hand. Chris?
Chris hasn't. I don't think you've ever laughed at anything that I've said.
That's not true.
Be honest, have you though?
Yeah.
You do this, you do this.
And that is the equivalent of, that was really funny.
Can I tell you a secret thing? The first time I made Chris laugh was the last episode that we filmed of Table Talk, which happened 15 minutes ago.
When you reached for that question, you made Chris laugh the hardest I've ever heard him laugh.
Really?
Ever.
I've
He
never
laughed-
made Chris laugh
he la-
before.
Was that wrong? I heard him laugh over there, and it made me happy.
I had a chuckle.
Yeah!
And I've been working on it off here for months.
That was the first and last.
The first
Yeah.
thing.
There you go. That's pretty cool. What was it? I'll find out.
I don't remember what it was. You gotta watch the episode. Right? Tag to it.
You should have, in order to improve the comedy of this show, a box of props.
I thought you were gonna say a funnier host. We'll see what happens.
Well, that's in the box as well.
Right.
Ah,
You gotta stop. You make me feel
I
so
love it, I love it.
horrible. You make me feel that small when you make fun of
really?
my laugh.
I
You're
don't
like,
make fun of your laugh. I'm like supporting and uplifting your laugh. I appreciate it and want to wear your laugh, which
I
is
think
why I
it's-
join you with
I
your
think it's real easy to say all that shit
No,
afterwards.
I mean that. I genuinely mean that. Because what you don't notice is that when you've been laughing all day today already, I've been going,
You're
I love-
just silently laughing by yourself.
yeah.
You were expecting me to just do it again, weren't you? You were waiting for
How
it.
would you characterize Mike's laugh? Because Mike's been out of the office for most of the time that I've been here,
That's
so like
true.
we don't know each other super well.
No,
Mike's-
which is going to be the other half of this show.
For me, Mike's laugh is the equivalent of someone giving you presents, and there's heaps of presents under the Christmas tree maybe, and then you shake it, and it's that perfect sound.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's a cat for sure. My friend said I sounded like a shitty Bart Simpson or like an older Bart Simpson.
There is that, it's the hoit hoit. That's
It's
why.
it's the old hoy
Hoi
hoy.
hoi hoi, yeah.
I'm gonna try
So
my
much better than my
best.
laugh. Joel is a little bit with me. If you want to know
Why?
what
What is
shitting
wrong
on
with
someone's
your
laugh
laugh?
looks like, this is what it looks like. Joel and I have a cackle where it's lock in, head goes, snaps back, and then it's explosion of like, ha 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 ha.
Why is that bad? That's great.
I think
like
no-
Mars attacks.
I like I like that laugh though because I got a couple laughs I can throw out
Yeah, a
there.
couple laughs, they all back
You know, I've been practicing some stuff, but like so, and they're all genuine. But that is my favorite. The head
Yeah.
knocked back because that means that it's a genuine surprise laugh.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I didn't expect you to say the thing that you said, and it really
It's
struck me
affecting.
perfectly.
Yeah.
That's my favorite laugh.
Yeah.
Like I could chuckle, I could chortle,
I
can
tee-hee.
guffaw, I can giggle. I'm running out of synonyms here.
That was almost all of them.
Oh man.
I tee-hee, I giggle, like I literally have like a giggle,
Mm-hmm.
and then I have, this like full-blown witch.
Yeah.
Wah!
The evil laugh.
Yeah.
I see that. I watch, even if I don't watch any of the, what is it, the SourceFed nerd news.
Yep.
Because I don't understand half the shit you guys
That's
talk
fine.
about.
What's
I
your
watch
channel
all
called
of the
again?
bloopers.
This is
Yeah, it's somewhere. I'll figure it out. But I watch all the bloopers.
Yeah, they're
and
fun.
I've seen that evil laugh so many times.
Yes.
It's
And
usually directed at the back of Sam's head.
Yes.
We're being honest.
Yeah, and then like trying to keep it in, and then it just having this like nuke effect. That's kind of fun as well.
Right.
Laughing's great.
It is great. I'm trying not to do it for the rest of this episode.
And I told you this as well, and this is not against any comedy or anyone's show like that, but when I'm at a comedy show, my favorite thing in the world is when you listen to that one person that's got the loud laugh, and there's always someone who has the
There's
loud
always
laugh.
one.
There's always one, and
There
it's
could
my
be 4
favorite
people in
thing.
the
Wait,
room.
as a comedian, do you like that though? That someone's laugh is
100%.
okay.
Yeah.
If they're laughing, I'm having a great
Because
time.
that
Even if it's a distracting laugh, that's okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's contagious.
Dude,
if I hear that, I'm laughing. It doesn't matter what this person said. They could have been like, Maude Garrett's mom is the X, Y, and Z. If that
She
person's
watches.
laughing, hi mom. If that person's laughing, I'm laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was, so we had a show at the Creek and Cave. It was the last show of this last tour that we went on. And
Good
the
to have you
show
back.
that went, thank you. And there was the show that went on after ours, and there were only like 5 people in the audience, but there was one girl who was laughing like this. Like it was only the inward. There was nothing coming out. There was only like. And I was like, they got that one. I wanted that one. It was
Like
really,
that?
really good.
I love that one as well.
Yeah, as soon as I figured out she wasn't in danger or whatever, I was like, oh, record that.
Did you call her out?
No, well, it wasn't my show. I was just
you're
sitting.
just
I
there.
was appreciating.
He
other
was in the
comics
show that had a
appreciating
lot
it.
of people.
No, I
None of those people laughed, but this girl was having a great time.
I have a friend who laughs like deathly silently.
Okay.
She shakes and her eyes are shut. And then I only know when she's laughing because she'll do this. And she just like, because she's run out of whatever's happening, and then she has to breathe in. Yeah, and I'll say something funny and be like, oh, I guess no one like that. Whoa!
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody did like that 2 minutes ago.
Yeah. Slowly dying.
I love the silent laugh. Well, not when I'm performing. That's the worst.
Yeah.
But it's funny to watch just in like a colloquial
I
situation.
think it's also terrifying. Like, because first of all, if you're a person who silently laughs and shakes, like, I don't ever want to be in a car with you, ever. But also, like, I'd be constantly terrified that you're having a seizure. You can't tell those apart.
Sure.
For people like that.
This is the only giveaway. But even that's
Yeah,
hard.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever watched somebody having a seizure before.
I haven't. I don't watch. I'll walk right away.
I watched a
It
lot
makes
of
me uncomfortable.
House.
Yeah.
So I'm
Okay.
like technically a doctor now.
Those are actors pretending to have seizures. I'm almost positive.
But if they're good at acting, surely they've done their research
Yeah.
and they would know.
If you're a good method actor, you're going to have a real seizure on a show for sure.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure.
For sure. That's one of those universal truths.
Yeah, my writer, as an actor who performs seizures a lot on camera, is a lot of speed and a strobe light.
That's it.
I need those things
That's
to
the
get into
method.
character. Yeah.
That's it, man. We should start doing this.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to take a little bit of this time to selfishly find out more about you.
Whatever you wanna
However, we could probably do it after this. We could do any number of things.
Why doesn't Joel
just
say
wanna see you keep reaching for
five
it.
things that no one in this office knows about him
Yeah, especially me.
while I'm reaching for this
Wow.
question?
Yeah, reach slow.
5 things that no one in this office knows about me.
You want to keep count?
Oh, fuck me. All right, 1. When I was very young, I had a hamster.
We'll keep count. You relax.
Okay. As a pet. And it was like I was still so young that I just wore my dad's t-shirts to bed. Like I was like 4.
Yeah.
Like 3 or 4. And the hamster, as I was playing him before bed, like jumped out of my hand and then bit the very tip of my penis.
Oh, shit.
And I was young enough to not be wearing underwear, but old enough to know
That
this,
that
like
hurt.
that's fucking, like it was incredibly painful, but also so shameful that he bit my penis that I was embarrassed to say what had happened. And so I just ran around like holding my penis. My parents saying, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" I was like, I didn't want to. I was too embarrassed to tell them.
My head's still getting
I'm trying to think of you coming up with like a more feasible
Right.
but still acceptable thing to happen to your wiener.
I just passed a kidney stone.
Yeah, I'm 7. I've never had a sip of water ever. Okay, so
That's one,
a rodent
sure.
bit your wiener once. That's one.
Yeah. 2. This is a.
They don't all have to be penis related.
They could be.
Could be.
I have a
they
lot
don't
of great
have to be,
penis
is
stories.
all I'm saying.
When I was a little boy, I grew up. I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and I went to this school which is on the LSU campus, and so a lot of the kids, their parents like were involved with LSU in some way, and so my friends' dads were like working on the basketball team. So I would go over to their house after school and hang out with them, and like there were always basketball players hanging out, like doing tutor, like study sessions. And so when I was little, I got to hang out with like Shaquille O'Neal and a bunch of other players from the late '80s. But also, like the actual tiger mascot was over one day, and he was like a little tiger cub. They had just gotten a new one, so I got to cuddle with like a little tiger baby when I was a little.
That's really
child.
cool.
That's
Shaq
pretty cool.
and an actual little tiger.
Shaq and a tiger, and surprisingly, the tiger was a lot more conversant than Shaq was.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's like Kazam. You lived Kazam.
I did.
Was it
It actually was like
Shazam?
Shazam.
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 He's got the same birthday as me. There you go. Fun fact one for more.
Kazam birthday. Right? That's kind of we're all tying it in. Go
Yeah.
ahead, number 3.
Number 3. I learned to tap dance in college. I never tap danced before, and I learned how to tap dance in college.
Okay.
That's really brave of you.
Thank you.
To
I
admit
am a
that.
brave little boy. I just told you a hamster bit my penis, and that is the brave
Why
one?
wasn't that number 5? Why weren't you building up to the hamster penis?
It just comes to the front of my head sometimes.
I was hearing that maybe tap dance, the art form, is kind of dying. No one's really, and clowns. There's like a shortage of clowns and tap dancers.
I could see clowns
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
I don't want to see clowns. Maybe that's why everyone's like developing more and more of a phobia. I digress. This is yours.
Number
Sure,
5.
whatever. What's something else that somebody in the office doesn't know about me?
Let's be honest. I didn't really know. I don't. Like you could have said a lot of things.
Yeah.
I could lie, is what you're saying.
Anything.
I had laser eye surgery, I guess. That's
Cool,
a thing that happened
congratulations.
to me several years ago. It's not as much fun or funny.
But
It
it's a
doesn't-
laser
it
going
doesn't
into
seem
your
like
eye
any
and
of those
cutting
things.
something.
Here's all right. So this
shit,
my
6.
family has this. Wait,
This
that
is
was
5.
5. Yeah, this is 5.
Yeah.
You said you were gonna keep
This
track.
is the 6th one.
No, I hijacked.
4 was tap dancing.
No, 3
Back
was
me
tap
up,
dance.
somebody in the comments.
No,
Penis
Hamster dick?
stuff.
penis stuff. Shaquille
Shaquille
O'Neal.
O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Tap
Tap
dancing.
dancing.
Laser eye surgery. This current
This
one.
is one.
This is why I wanted to keep track of these things.
I gotcha.
That's my fault.
And now I don't even fucking remember.
Well, that's
He
fine.
said, "Oh, this is interesting. Let's recreate the scene." You went, "Oh, this is interesting," and we all went. And then he went, "Oh, fucking 5 is it 6 now?" Huh? But what happened before that? Remember that feeling when you were like,
I got it.
Yes.
All right.
See? Wow.
There is a curse on my family when we go to Disney World together, all of us. Whenever we go to Disney World as a family member dies.
Shut. What?
Yeah. Every time we've gone as a family, somebody in my family has died. So we have stopped going to Disney World as a cohesive nuclear family unit.
Oh,
And
wow.
also,
That's
I'm in my
smart.
30s now, so we're not going to be going to New Disney as a family.
Sure.
But still.
Is it a ride that
I have
does
so
it?
many more
No, it's
questions.
just being there.
And somebody in the extended family.
Somebody, yeah, my
Not like you go to the park with them and they don't come out of the park.
No, somebody, not somebody who's there, yeah.
Right.
That'd be...
Have you been to
Spooky.
Disneyland and somebody like gets a cold?
I had a bad time at Disneyland. Does
That
that
counts? That
Yeah.
kinda counts
With
as
I mean, it
being
was like
cursed?
crazy girlfriend kind of situation.
Oh, sure.
You know.
Yeah. When you're like, you're my girlfriend, they're like, we've never met before.
Yeah, who are you? And I'm like, please, just pretend.
Yeah.
I'm lonely on the inside.
I'll drive the tram. And they never let you drive the tram.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I agree. I really should have saved it. I didn't
You
think
gotta
about
save
this
the
very
penis
well.
story next time. If
All
you
right.
learn anything, I don't want to do the takeaways thing too early, but
We're
You know
growing.
I'm
That's not what I heard last episode. That's not what I heard.
I like you paying attention to these episodes for
Yeah.
sure. So anyway, last thing I promise. So what are you doing here now? What's your thing here now?
So I came over from Rooster Teeth, and now I'm in charge of the programming for SourceFed and Nerd, which means I get to work with y'all on coming up with shows and telling you what's terrible about the ones you already make.
Cool.
yeah.
Awesome.
So
now
we're gonna
everyone's
cancel
up to
this
speed.
show after this episode.
Do you think this is terrible?
Well, every
I
episode
really like
without
doing
me,
this.
I don't know what the purpose of it is.
All right. Well, you can leave now and we can figure it out. All right. Go ahead, Mike.
I got one from Brittany Lopez. I think she wrote this one on Twitter. I mean, Facebook. Facebook? No, that's like YouTube.
No, they're all YouTube things. Can you see the thumbs up, thumbs down? I'm sorry. It's wherever you said it was. And you're always right about everything.
Just like us and follow us on all of those, maybe. Huh? Brittany Lopez says, "What was your first job interview like?"
Interesting. It was interesting. That's my
Oh,
answer.
right. Oh.
I'm trying to think of I almost feel like my first job interview was at an Italian restaurant, and I probably just walked in real scared, but then it ended with, we're on the East Coast, so there are actually Italian people around. So it probably ended with me being like, come on.
I'm Falzone.
Right? And then, yes or no? And then I got the job, and then one time I had their food, and I broke out in hives, and I had to go home.
Oh, man.
And I was like, I gotta go home. And he's like, what, you gotta leave? And I was like, yeah, your food made me sick. Your food.
How loudly
I was like,
did you say
I'm not leaving because like my friends are hanging out at the mall. I'm leaving because your whatever marinara made me sick to my stomach.
Were you in the actual restaurant area saying
yeah,
this
yeah.
loudly to him in front of patrons?
Well, not in front of patrons.
Okay.
I would never do that. I have some respect.
All right.
But I can tell you that me and the sous chef used to go out every night and throw eggs at the building every night. We would take the garbage out. We'd get some eggs.
Eggs from the restaurant?
100%. The ones that were like
Perfect.
going bad.
Perfect.
They would all end up on the building.
All right.
Go ahead, Mom.
I'm going for my shot.
Oh.
Well, that's what happened.
Okay. Do you see what
Right, this is a
happens
brand new
when we
set,
get
Maude.
angry?
God.
I
This
told
is
you about
like
getting
real.
angry.
I didn't think it would go that far. This is like an air hockey table.
What if it was with the little airstreams and
Oh,
what
that'd
happened?
be nice right about now.
What was your first job interview?
I somehow had developed the knack of talking my way into jobs.
I could see you doing that.
In fact, I think it was only about 8 months, no, a year ago, or a little bit more than a year ago, was the first time that I didn't get something that I went for.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that was a hard, I mean, what's that? That sounded me tooting my own horn. No.
That's
but-
not here toot. That's a press. That's a honk.
Are you?
That's a toot.
What are you driving? Stop strangling Fozzie.
Wait a minute, we gotta get to the bottom of this.
How you realistically do it, Carl? How would you do
That's
it?
a honk.
Beep beep.
Meep, meep. Really? That's realistic? That's more realistic?
I mean, it gets the point across.
It's that thing where it's like I can hear the sound, but I don't know. Like I can picture things, but I can't draw it, and I can hear it, but I can't make it. And it's really hard. Like elephants, man. I can hear the noise an elephant makes, and all of a sudden I'm here going. Blah, blah, blah.
I get that one though, because that's tough. I get it, and I would watch you try all day.
Blah, blah, blah. And I realized it was all here.
That's really
how
good.
that's
That
how
was
you
really
do it.
close.
Yeah, I was doing it all wrong.
Yeah.
It's a technique thing.
Elephant.
You just need to find your car. Your
I'm
inner
an
car horn.
elephant. What?
You just need to find your inner car horn the way you found your inner elephant.
Yeah.
My first
so-
like real job interview. Oh, you're gonna do this now. All right, we're gonna.
I mean, you could still.
No,
say
I don't want to
this-
interrupt
this
her
might take a
process.
when you don't know how to you just made. You'll never be able to do
Even the
that.
aggression that I was feeling of someone cutting me up.
It's like, oh, man, then you turn on the air conditioning and the radio in. Horn! Horn!
Elephant.
Do you think people who have La Cucaracha as their horn, like, can they physically honk their horn in anger, knowing
No.
the sound that's going to come out of it?
They might be able to do the honking in anger, but anger
It's
doesn't.
not. Yeah, it
It doesn't
convey.
leave the car.
Yeah.
Right.
So anyway,
Your first job interview.
My
sorry.
first real job interview was for G4, but the interview wasn't like going in to talk about being an associate producer. It was they hired me for a sketch, and if I did well on the sketch, basically it was like, oh well, then you can keep coming in and doing
President
stuff.
of the company.
And this is before my laser eye surgery, and so I had contacts in, and I didn't even think about changing out my contacts or like being ready to be on camera. And I
you
never,
nervous?
no, I wasn't nervous, but I didn't memorize shit because I knew there was gonna be a prompter. And then there was like, for some reason, just a giant tear in my contact, and I was just, trying to keep it together, but like bawling tears out on camera, trying to read the prompter, even
I'm
though
sure
I
you look so normal.
Oh,
when you're
yeah,
doing it.
and then like when you're crying, your nose starts running.
Yes,
yes,
And I was playing an elf, so I was in like an elf outfit with like tights on, and just fluids coming out of every orifice on my
Yeah.
face. That was my first real job
You look
interview.
like you're doing the hot
Wow.
pepper challenge, but you're just trying to read.
Yeah.
hold on. Is that why people still call you the elf in things?
No, I think that's just because I don't know. I'm skinny and I like to skip gaily through the woods.
Do you think you look elvish?
Yeah, kinda. I
Alright.
mean, I got pretty big ears and I got very delicate features.
A little elvish.
Yeah. I don't know.
Is that something you take offense to?
I would say, sure.
No, it's
I
not.
look like Orlando.
Oh God! I wasn't expecting a whole hand.
Yeah,
to be
because
there.
when I was interviewing, hold on.
Get it together. What are you pulling?
When I was interviewing Martin Freeman,
Glad you had that ready.
well,
Well, you brought it with
at
you to
all
the show. Yeah.
times, because you never know. He said, you look, and it's the start of the interview, and I had a really great interview with him because he goes, you really could be an elf. He goes, the Kate Blanchett kind of thing. You could be like a Galadriel, but you're obviously an elf. And I was just, that was like one of the nicest things anyone had ever said to me.
Yeah.
You could
Galadriel's
be
a
an
lady
elf.
of light. You could be a lady of light.
Should you choose to go down that path at some point?
Man, this is like the struggle of my entire life. Light side, dark side, light side, dark side.
What are you now?
No, no.
Where'd you land? I say you're teetering on the dark side.
I don't know.
I'm the
I can see
the
that.
diet side.
The diet
Or the
side?
lark.
I think you're flirting. I think you think you're flirting with the dark side because it's cool, but no, you're not a dark person.
Killed someone.
Shit, today?
Yeah. Or a weekend, but it still counts.
Didn't I beg you not to do that last time it happened? Didn't we have an agreement? I beg you never to do this again.
And I promised you, and my hands, they wash them, the blood is still on them.
Your visa is contingent on you not admitting on camera that you kill people.
That's all right, we'll edit that out.
Okay, good.
Woo! Okay, let's go ahead and take another one of these. I'll read one. Okay. Oh, we're getting towards the end of the show. I don't
Holy
know if you
shit.
want to dip into the Leo Cup.
Oh.
Do you know anything about the Leo Cup?
I
of
mean,
Keys?
watch the show. I mean, what would you like me to do? You're the
I
host.
would like you to have a great time on this show.
We could speed answer that
Mission
one.
done.
Let's speed
Ready?
answer this
All right,
one.
yeah.
Your time starts
Help me pronounce this person's name. Kubru.
now.
Kubru H 4 days ago says, "How much anal is too much anal?" Probably shouldn't answer this one, right? This was in there from Sam's.
Stop asking
Sam put a
questions.
bunch of those in.
I'll answer.
I think
I don't like it. No thanks.
It might have said canals. How many canals?
Canals?
Too much canal? No, it says anal for
Oh
sure.
yeah. Okay.
I think you'd know.
Twice. You know what? Now
know-
we're going
you'd
right
know
to
if
the
it-
little cup.
Okay.
Kubru. I mean, I'm sorry you didn't get your answer, but definitely. This is a little box of a little cup of cues. What are these little cup of cues? Well, I wrote a bunch of conversation starters, and that's what these are. And we'd love to have our guest. Joel, go ahead and dig right
These
in
are
there.
like nesting cues.
Yeah, just try to get one if you can.
I got it.
Like the claw.
Should I read the number? You want me to read the number for you?
No, that's
Oh,
fine.
fucking hell.
Well, let's just start with the words.
What,
Alright.
is it anal?
Who would win in a fight? Drake from the Hotline Bling video or Christopher Walken from Fatboy Slim video, which is weapon of choice?
Interesting.
Oh, yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
for the additional. See,
Da-da.
that's why
That's why I'm
you're always
here.
punching shit up.
I know.
So this, hold on, should we do an impersonation? What would win?
You should.
yeah, absolutely you should,
100% you should.
Who's tummy?
That was coffee over here. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that was a gurgle up.
It's happening! It's happening!
Holy shit.
All right, so Dre is.
Drake from the Hotline Bling video.
Isn't this it?
Yeah, Ethan, there's a little bit of
I
this.
don't
Oh.
know.
No.
You look like. I don't know. what
You look
that
like a
is.
lane.
I don't know exactly what's happening.
I mean, I'm sitting at a table. I'm kind of restricted here, but
And
yeah.
now
Where do you want to be? We have this whole space. Use the space. You look like Elaine from Seinfeld.
Little kicks.
I get that all the time.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right, so. Hotline Bling.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little herky jerky.
So there's that.
And then
There's
what,
that.
now do Christopher Walken, weapon of choice.
Weapon of
That's
choice.
not too terrible,
Weapon
actually.
of choice. Okay, so.
I mean, it got more terrible as time went on.
It did.
But it was not bad at the beginning. I
We
think he
stopped
got the
you before
swagger.
It got real bad.
Yeah. He's not having a seizure. Hang on.
Both of your characters look like they're struggling with a service elevator.
Thank you.
That's not a problem. You're doing great.
Who do you think would win?
Well, this is my conversation starter,
Oh.
so I already have.
Oh, there was tap dancing.
So I have to
there
answer
was
first.
tap dancing.
There was tap
Please,
dancing.
Mostly tap
please,
dancing.
please,
Well, there's a little bit.
please.
Maud did all that stuff. So you got
He's
to
way
Please.
better than I am. It's a carpet, and I got
you-
rubber
This
shoes
is a
on.
yes
you-
and environment.
you-
Yes and
All right,
environment.
wait, so-
a little soft shoe. Little soft shoe. Doing Fatboy Slim.
Dun, 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 dun,
Fatboy
dun.
Slim and a Christopher Times. Christopher Times and a Christopher Walken. Fatboy Slim and a Tappity Tap.
Wow.
So what would win in a fight between Drake?
Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken.
I say hands down Christopher
Yeah.
Walken.
It's an easy
There's
question.
no way.
Yeah. There's first of all, there's wire fu
Yeah.
in that video.
not wrong.
Yeah.
Second, he's just got more rhythm. I'm sorry, for the one time on Earth when a white man has got more rhythm than a black man.
Drake has rhythm.
Not in that
He's
video.
just doing weird stuff to it. All this, if you look, he just looks like a flimsy metronome. Like all the stuff is happening when it's supposed to happen, but none of those moves have ever happened before.
Kind of it is.
They're like all in the mechanic shop where it's like screwing in and then changing the tire and then
Yeah, he's doing
jump
his all
start.
purpose. He's a one-man pit crew. At that.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
That's all that is.
Good.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely Christopher Walken.
I'm glad we all agree.
And if you're too young to know what that video is, it's definitely worth. It holds up.
Oh
for
my
sure.
god, the Christopher Walken is another one where I can hear it, cannot do it. Cannot.
You can hear tap
I
dancing,
can
but
no, I
you
can
can't
hear
say
Christopher
it.
Walken's. I can
the
hear
The
his-
accent.
Yes.
hold on,
Like,
you
perfect
stopped
in my
him
head.
before the accent. You were
Perfect.
gonna try.
Wait,
to
were you
do
gonna
the
do it?
accent. Christopher Walken, picture it.
So the thing is, see, I can hear it. I can't do it.
It's like Jerry
Seinfeld.
Where the well of the
What's the deal?
well of a
Tap dancing.
for vulnerable.
This is my favorite day. You guys, thank you.
Maud
Thank
has
you
hidden
so
talents.
much for watching Table Talk. My name is
Like
Mike
a glass of
Falzone.
milk on your cereal.
Yeah, that was real close.
That's it.
You got it.
Who is it? Christopher Walken here?
Is Jay Moore here?
I'm afraid not, actually.
And he said all of those things. Joel, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me here.
If you want your definitely not anal sex related questions in this bucket, go ahead and leave them in the comments below.
Do I get to launch this? Can I launch this?
Absolutely, you can.
Do we launch conversation starters or just questions?
I mean, you
Everything.
can. You're the producer, so you're gonna have to start making some
Ah,
changes.
you're the
sooner or
producer.
later. Oh well, then.
No, you're the producer.
There we go.
Oh, not bad, not bad.
not
That
a
was
bad
as good as
line.
my quiz.
It's my first one. I
Impersonation.
don't really want to do it as my first one.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
I just wanted to launch a question for my first time.
Like if Christopher
still
Walken
really
was a
not
Muppet,
bad.
that sounded nothing like
I was doing an
Christopher
Australian
Walken.
doing Christopher Walken.
That's why it was so good.
Thanks so much for joining us today. Great.
Maybe come back another time.
Come out to the coast. Wait, no.
He had a watch up his ass.
How are your hands so soft?
I don't know. I get asked that all the time. It's because I've never done any.
Different. I asked you guys to go scour the internet